Welcome to the Week 6 FFL recap. It was a good week, bit up and down for some people. After being 0-5, I finally got my first win. Feels really good. Really hoping not to be the zebra. We have some breaking news coming to you live from Pittsburgh, or whatever shitty city Mike is in. Yeah, the reports are true. Mike has once again completely screwed up his waiver claim for this week. Ariel came in at $24. Mike came in at $40-something. Should have won the claim. We're not exactly sure what happened, but again, it's Mike. So it seems as though Mike has screwed up his claim once again. Seems like a weekly occurrence. I'm not really sure what he's doing. And now, on to the recap. With the emergence of Gronk, Virgil's team couldn't hold up. Julio and Stafford did have big days, but it wasn't enough. Virgil falls to Chris, 133.3 to 117.9. Up next is Canoe versus Kurt. Kurt's team has been a bit of a slump lately. Could have something to do with trading away David Johnson for Jordy Nelson and a bag of Skittles. Final score of that one was 154.8 to 99.9. Next up, we have Ariel beating Waylon. I'm pretty sure I called this one, but I'm not going to go back and check, so I'm really not sure. Ariel had 100 points from 3 players. Breeze had like 30. Odell had 40, and Cooks also had 30. Final score was 197 to not 197. Next up, we have Nick defeating Will. It came down to Monday night, and David Johnson went off. So, Will, you could thank Kurt. That's your boy. That one was 123.6 to Will's 118.4. LaShawn McCoy secured the win for Pete. In this one, Rags' team looked pretty abysmal. Pete looks like the solid squad going forward. Last but not least, my first win of the year. I probably should have lost this one, but I didn't because I was going up against Mike. Thank you, John Brown, for your slightly above average performance on Monday night. Also, shout out to Matt Forte for being super old. Just want to thank everybody out there who's rooting for me to get this first win. It's a big one. Hopefully we can continue from here on a little run. That's it for Week 6. On to Week 7. First up, we have Ariel versus me. Our projections are pretty close. I think Ariel takes this one. His team is the better team. My team just hasn't been showing up, but we'll see. Next up, Kurt versus Virgil. Kurt's team has been on a downward spiral, and Virgil's team has been scoring points, so I have Virgil in this one. Game 3 is Crispy up against Mike. Mike has officially abandoned Matt Forte as his running back 1. Crispy is projected to beat Mike by like 20. Might be a little closer. Mike might have a big game out of some of his guys, but I have Crispy in this one. Next up, we have Pete going up against Canoe. LaShawn McCoy is projected to score like 50 points this week against Miami, but he just picked up an injury in practice, so we'll see what happens there. Beasley is on bye for Canoe. I think this is closer than the projections have it, but I think Pete takes this one. Next up, we have Will up against Rags. Aaron Rodgers just simply hasn't returned the value in which Will had drafted him at. Rags has the better team going into the matchup. I'm going with Rags in this one. Last but not least, we have Nick going up against Mike Whalen. Nick obviously has David Johnson, but Whalen has Antonio Brown. I'm just not sure what's going to happen there in Pittsburgh with Roethlisberger out, so I'm going to give this one to Nick. And that's all for Week 6. Good luck, and I will see you there, or I'll see you another time.